welcome to this episode, folks. Today we are going to continue on with the cylinder head. I've completed the cleaning of this area. As you can see, all the carbon is gone. And so today we're going to clean the valve. Most of these valve seats are in very good condition. They need almost no lapping. Just a minor reseating, considering the engine sat for 30 years. We're just going to do a very minor reseating on these just to bring the compression up to as high as we can get it. First things first, we're going to get the head positioned. We're going to number each cylinder, get ourselves organized, and go from there. In the intake bores for this engine, they're actually numbered. This is number 1, and this is number 2. There is a number 3 and a very faint number 4 here. So what I've done in order to make this easier for us is I've just, using a marker, put a number 1 here, number 2, number 3, number 4. That way, there's no confusion with which valves go where. We know this is the intake side, and this is the exhaust side. Want everything to proceed as in reverse order. So because I've numbered it, now we can do the lapping, and eventually we'll be able to reinstall the valves in the correct order. So it's really important that everything remains in the same order, that this number 1 intake right valve is lapped to this port here. This number 1 intake left valve is lapped to this port, so on and so forth, and all the way, same for the exhaust valves. We're going to clean the valve. I've put some masking tape on the end of the valve here and put it in my drill. It's the same valve. This is my variable speed, 8-inch variable speed buffer. I've got a new brass wheel on it. This is a brass coated steel wheel. And we're going to turn it on and slowly, using the drill at a slow RPM like this, give it a clean. The wobbling of this is it's just the way it's sitting in there. It's not in there super tight because I don't want to clamp down too tightly on the valve stem. So we'll bring this up to around 1800 RPM. So the wheel is spinning this way, and the valve is going to spin this way as well. And away we go. Maybe a little faster on the valve. You can already see how clean the valve's becoming. So, and again, on the stem of the valve, it's becoming quite clean. Again, my goal in this is just to clean the valve. I don't want to really get it spotlessly clean. So I want to get the valve clean. But for me, it doesn't need to be shiny. So I want to get the valve clean, get the carbon removed from it. As you can see here, the carbon is now removed. I don't need to get it shiny at this point in time. The valve's going to go back in the engine. It's going to carbon up right away anyway. So we just want to get it clean. As you see here, the valve is nice and clean. And you can see how clean it's come. And that's good enough. We're going to reseat this face now, and that'll take care of it. So some people go further, but I don't feel it needs it. I don't want to take off all this finish. So this is the valve off one of these number 3 intake valves. Just cleaned it. And look at the condition of this thing. It's essentially like new. It's cleaned up really beautifully. You can even see the original marks on it. Switch to the other side, and you can see how nicely this valve is cleaned up. This was from cylinder number 3. This is one of the intake valves, which is the problematic cylinder. So this is looking very good. We'll do a new seat on this, a very light refinishing. You can see the seat's actually in very clean condition now that I've cleaned it. And so just a very light lapping, and I think this will fix all of our problems. There it is, valve from cylinder number 3 intake.